Hey everybody! Welcome to the TheHexagonTTRPG. I'm Brent. I'm thrilled to have you join us for today's adventure. We're going to be diving into an actual play of Progenitors' Bloodlines. So grab your rice and your dice.
Right.
It's cold. Something warm, and that's not the cold
That's
garlic
true.
soup that we were just describing off
Warm and
screen.
comforting.
I just had rice, so
Yeah,
you know you're
There
on.
you go. You already grabbed your rice.
Rice
then.
is in my belly. Does that count?
Rice is in.
Grab your belly. You're grabbing your rice.
Butter, salt, pepper, a little heat. And we're going to be starting as always with my lovely players introducing themselves and their characters and the fact about themselves in world, starting with Simon.
Hello, I'm playing Wilm Fair. Wilm, he's recently found that he gets bored being delegating tasks and not doing anything himself. He feels kind of like antsy and he needs something to do. So whenever he doesn't really have any mission or quest to do himself, he finds himself kind of joining just the various teams that are working on the different projects that have been set out for that quarter, just to kind of give him something to do and to see how things are going, not to be looking over their shoulder, but just to actually he just goes and says, just give me something to do, give me some task.
A man of the people.
He gets very fidgety if he doesn't have something to do.
You get Finley makes you a fidget toy, even a little spinner.
Oh.
But that's Will.
I think that means it's Tomas next. That's me, Peter, playing the tough Tomas. And Tomas is double jointed. That's my fact for the day. But just to make it a little bit more interesting than just that, he wasn't always double jointed. It was part of the transition from regular person to progenitor. They made him double jointed because it's desirable in a combatant class.
Is it in his third arm or is it in
it's in everything.
Oh,
Everything's double
torts.
jointed.
He doesn't really do it, but he could twist into a pretzel if you really wanted to.
Oh my god!
Wow, canon that Tomas is trans.
You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, that's it.
That means it's my turn. Okay, I'm the Anna. I'm playing QT, and she is your lovely, colorful, intergalactic angel. As fact of the day is that the one thing she misses from her past life, or one of the things, because she misses a whole bunch, is her weekly board game nights on the crew. On the spaceship, she would have weekly board game nights, and she kind of misses them. She wishes she still had a few of them going around in order to pass time, or just have a little bit of, more fun time to balance the stress time of being a leader all the time. So yeah.
Question, which is, were they Tower Seraphite board games? Are they alien board games, or were they Earth-based board games that you know?
Well, no, it's from everywhere. So there's some from Earth, there's some from different planets. Everyone has a type of either gamble game or board-like game.
Interesting. Can you name one that you would have taught the Underseers?
Well, she wouldn't have it on her. She doesn't have any.
But chess is easy to make, you know what I mean? Is there one that you would have been oh, hey guys, we're gonna play Flip 7, and then you just made the material?
I know it, but we need paper and pen for this. So unless we get it, we can't play it.
You can do tablets, or you can write in the dirt or something.
It's Uno.
Uno?
But if you want, you can call it trio or something. Like it's
Trio?
different for some reason. I don't know.
Why
It's duo.
Duo, trio,
Oh, you mean like
quattro.
primo?
Yeah, it's an off brand of Uno, you know. That's what I'm trying to do.
Incredible. It's canon. You brought Quattro into the new world.
There we go.
As long as it's not Balatro and we don't copyright.
No, absolutely not. It's a completely different game, and it's nothing like poker.
Exactly.
Just like Balatro. If you're new here, make sure to say hi in chat and hit the follow button. And you can find some of our other episodes, all the other episodes, over at our YouTube channel at TheHexagonTTRPG. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. But without further ado, let's get this game started with a little bit of last time on Dimensionauts. So we had a bit of a shorter episode last time. There was some off stream discussions about what was going on with the fast time, nailing down some rules and some provisions and some supply chains that we didn't want to bore everybody with. But at the end of the day, there were some things that we had decided on. So for the last quarter, I made sure to note down that each faction only has 25 spider mounts. And the civilization items that got tackled for the second quarter of that year were second quarter of the second year, I should say, because we're being pretty precise. We have a mining operation. We have the beginnings of an education system. We have a merchants guild, a weavers guild, some hunting and gathering to get food, a blacksmiths guild, some soldiers training, agriculture starting up, and some money crops. Little subsection of agriculture to make some money. Yeah, but I think that brings us to the end of that quarter. I don't think there were any more resources to spend, if I'm correct. That was what you guys had decided to spend for this whole quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I mean, I think without any, this quarter comes to a close. There's the madness meteorites strewn about the island, all 11 of them, little pink dots on the map over there. Timmy Chicken Chaser going around the village. Again, he's got 4 or 5 chickens ready on his own. But the little Civ is starting to look, stuff's happening. We have some people learning to read and write and do arithmetic. New types of clothing being made from the Weavers Guild out of plants and whatever animal skins you have left lying around. The Merchants Guild is preparing, an inventory of what you have to trade and sell, including the, excess clothing or, excess pieces of fabric or skin, bones. What else would the weapons? They have an inventory of the weapons that are around the village just in case they need to be traded.
The money crops.
The money crops themselves. Did we roll for the harvest for the money crops last time?
I think we rolled for the first quarter.
Yeah, which would be this one. It was the first one that they were being.
No, we had this. We had them going in the first quarter as well.
I think you were saying how we're gonna reap it at the end of the year or something, wasn't it?
So agriculture is at the end of the year. It's once per year. There's a harvest, so once per 4 quarters. And then the money crops. I believe there was a roll for last time. Who wrote that down?
So for the first quarter, we got 21 units of magic money crop.
All right, 21 units of crop.
Second quarter, we did not roll for.
Who wants to roll for second quarter of crop?
I can roll.
All right.
The
So
D20?
just to confirm, the money crop, we put in 20 people.
Yep.
So it's a D20, I believe, right?
Yep, 20 plus D20.
20 plus D20.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. That is a 6.
All right, 26 more. Look at that. You guys have stuff to trade. In terms of the money crop, I believe the one that had been flavorfully planted was the glowing moss. Yeah, I don't think anyone in the settlements has been like, oh, I need more growing moss. Like anybody who wants to like light up their lean-to a little bit better would just grow a little bit for themselves and let it slowly, proliferate, and then they would be able to take that and light new dark corners. So I think you're at the end of this second quarter. The small civilization at the edge of the Fey Woods and the Island of Beginning now has some streetlights, a little bit of glowing moss in the homes, ample fuel and resources. No one's going hungry.
You called the lean-tos homes.
Small homes. There's one real home, which is the blacksmith, stone building with a bed. You have toilets now in the form of those strange plants. Yeah, it's starting to look like a real settlement. I think everyone is fairly content at this point. And so we begin the third quarter of this year.
All right. I'm definitely going to have to do that heal as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I used up a lot of my people.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise.
And for this, it's like there's no real distinction between the 4 uses of our heals, right? For pastime.
No.
It's just
No, we had like
just
one
use
per
it.
quarter pretty much
Mhm.
that we could use. If
Yeah.
we need to use them all in one quarter, then they're used up for the year. But so far, we've used one last quarter and one this quarter.
So that means you
Still
should
in deep.
heal pretty
I
much.
rolled 2 6s in a row.
I did.
Okay, let me hear.
Which is good.
But
Means
it's
I have like
a
nothing
6 on a
else.
D6 and not a 6 on a D20.
Mm-hmm. Well, I rolled a 6 last week for the heal.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
We need all the
I
freaking heal we
know.
can get.
I'm gonna try to now. Okay. A 2, only 200.
All right,
Yay.
4.
And we had said it was we changed it to be like a 6 would be like no wait, it was times what?
600.
It was 100.
Healing is 1d6 plus the civ level times
Which is
100.
a 0
Times
at the
100.
moment. That's
Okay,
why.
so
Yeah.
it's actually pretty generous.
Yeah, so you have the chance to fully heal if you
Hell yeah.
roll well. But I didn't roll good. I rolled pretty shit. So. 200
Rush.
people.
So I have currently 5 people resting. They need the time off this next quarter.
They're so overworked. He's like, I threw out my back.
Who's that?
Jimothy.
Timothy. The Phoenician.
Incredible. So what do you guys want to do? I'll say straight up at the top of the round. I'll ask Dana, do you want to please roll me an intellect roll?
Okay, just give me a second. I was doing the math of my stats, but I got it now. Intellect 20. Oh, how much GXP do I have? No. Okay, I rolled an 8. It was only an 8.
With only an 8, you look out the encampment at the forest, and the bloom in the center of the woods has added magic to the land of the Fae. And so it's helping the crops grow a little bit faster. The forest is recovering slowly. with Valeth at the center. You guys haven't seen the voice of Valeth, Mini V, as they've been dubbed, in a little bit, as they stay mostly close to the center, near the main tree. I think that there's nothing else you really notice in the woods. Maybe just a few complaints from some of the woodland fae, still grumbling about those void creatures that were attacking their settlements. But still no attacks or anything like that on the main encampment. So as you guys head into this quarter, what are your priorities?
Well, I'll say quick that the training is probably at the top of my list. Keep that training going throughout the 4 quarters if possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Same amount of soldiers?
Yeah, I mean, I would be willing to put the same amount. I think right now we have 200 that have done 2 quarters.
Yep.
Question, however, how far along are we in like the education system? Because like you're saying that's like a recurring cost of like, and then there's also a recurring cost for the mining as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I have written like last time I only spent 40 on the school and 10 for the mining. But I know you guys covered some of it too.
My question is more like in regards to advancing the civilization to like the next level. What were the like requirements that we needed to like hit again?
100%. So I put a little bit of thought into this, and I was like, oh no, what do we do with that? I think we had come up with a pretty good solution with the soldiers, which was if they trained for a whole year in it, then they basically became skilled. And then if they trained for 10 years, then they became expertise. And we're going to use the same rule here, where if the people that you invested in the school end up spending an entire year in the school, then they'll become skilled. They'll become educated, quote unquote. And then you can rotate in a new group the next time. Does that make sense?
Does that mean that they were
soldiers?
Is there
because you guys are keeping track of how many soldiers per quarter, right? In each of the factions?
Yep.
Yeah.
So same thing for education.
I think the first year is not like 100%. I think we sort of just said it would be the same as the second quarter. Sorry, quarter, not year. But I wrote it down for the second quarter, so we have the exact number now.
Yeah, so I would say whatever amount you guys put from each of your factions, that's the amount from your faction that will be skilled in the thing at the end of the year.
Okay, because my like initial thought of like making that like educational system was to just have like a system in place to then start like sending people to become educated.
Yeah,
so I thought that one of the like requirements to advance our civilization was like to have a system of education so that our peoples would all kind of be able to like have the knowledge they would need to do whatever work might be required of them. Because like technically, so that's why I let Diana use all her understeers for the foundation of the education system last time.
Yeah.
But does that mean, by the way you're saying it, that only her 40 underseers got educated last quarter? It wasn't in like the initial setup.
Yeah, if they're the only ones in school, then yes.
We're gonna that's ignore. What the thing is, like we don't have a school, so I thought like the initial like cost was to like set up the the system itself and then to send.
No, in my head, it's the amount of people who are just in education.
Okay, that I was not aware of. Got it. Good to know for next time then.
Well, in a way, that's how I got confused with the training too for the people. I don't think I've sent any of my people to actually be physically trained. So I'm just thinking my people will be mostly the intellectualism. They want to like be more learning oriented than fighting oriented. I don't know.
Well, because my idea was we can't have civilians that are below like legal age.
Mm-hmm.
My idea was more until they get to legal age, what are they doing?
Mm.
So like they're in that system of education, kind of like learning, so that they can then like come into legal age and like help out in the civilization.
I think that's maybe too many steps ahead, right? Going back to what I'd originally said about minors, minors, which is people who cannot be in fights for legal reasons. At the end of the year, you guys will have a population increase, and the population increase is people who hit the legal age. So basically, all the resources at your disposal are always going to be adults.
Exactly.
Okay.
So before that, I would say, like, are they in school? Like, sure, maybe they could hang around school or be apprenticed to people or whatever. But I think that the idea is that education in this context means something else. It means people who are like pursuing the path of education. Like they're going to be, they're basically going to have bonuses to intellect roles later, like mechanically speaking.
Okay, that I was not. Okay, that's not what I was thinking at that point of what education was. Got it. All right. So then, what is the requirement for civilization advancement then?
All right, so we have infrastructure, magic, tech, culture, economy, and agriculture. When it comes to infrastructure, you're going to need a first level. Basically, you guys had originally accomplished zip lines as roads, which are still there, but they are not actively being maintained in that you don't have the special silk from the Ottomans anymore to empower them. So this benefit is fading. So you'll have to come up with a new infrastructure upgrade. In terms of magic, you would need some sort of like ritual grounds, power source, like something of that nature to give yourselves a basis in magic. In terms of tech, you have the forge, which is the first step on that tree. In terms of culture, you guys have started with the creation myth, so there is like a unified identity. In terms of economy, you guys have your first trade partner in the form of the Hellions, although you have to complete your first trade. That's half finished.
Technically, we already did.
It's half finished. There's one more half of that deal to be done.
Okay.
And then for agriculture, it's your primary food source. Should be something other than hunting and gathering, which you have started with the agriculture field, but you have not harvested yet.
Okay. And does the Fae count as a trade partner?
You haven't traded with them yet.
Okay.
Because I was thinking infrastructure being the educational system, but infrastructure just used to mean like actual city building.
Yes. I would say if you can get... I would give it to you guys if you wanted to, instead of trying to do like roads or like city building, if you wanted to have an amount of people who are educated, we could go that route instead. So then you would be halfway there, kind of like you would just have to complete your year.
Also, one more question. I know we have like the crystals that there is like a possibility to turn them into communication devices. What category would that be in? Would it be in tech or? infrastructure because you get communication. All magic, yeah.
Just because that doesn't fit into like technology-ish maybe, but I feel like it's more sitting in the magic side.
So I'll say this, which is there's no hard and fast rule that I'm going to be using for these. So something like those, I would accept multiple. Like if you guys want to put it in a specific category, you could. Like I wouldn't mind. I don't want it that in magic. But I would take tech or infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that would be a good, I think, way to do. Well, good. A quicker way to get infrastructure, I guess, than educating a whole bunch of people. Even though I'm doing like 40 at the moment, I might not have that many people in the future. Might have more. I have no idea.
Well, because the only thing is that we have these crystals, but like, do we know how to transform them into these communication devices?
Didn't we get like blueprints or something?
Yeah, Quinn has.
I have a schematic.
Okay.
I just have to find the crystals, and apparently it has to be rubies, or I don't know. I wrote rubies or something like that.
I'll remind you guys of what the requirements for that were. Let's go. Sorry, I have to go look at my notes. I gotta go click on mentor. Yes, long range comms through hex tech and the Paragonocrystallum. So you have the knowledge on how to do this now. It's basically been unlocked in your D-pad. And to create these kind of like proto crystal communication devices, you need what are they called? Precious gems. So sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, and the D-pad can infect the crystals with a biological, basically some sort of like a maybe like a symbiote parasite type of deal, and it creates a crystal lattice that then where they can pair with each other.
Can you have different lines if the crystals are different kinds? As in, like, rubies only communicate with other rubies and diamonds communicate only with other diamonds. To have multiple communication lines?
Yeah. What I would say is that you can, whether they're, whatever kind, like maybe it's easier to do them like red for rubies and blue for sapphires kind of deal as a line, but like you can mix and match if you had to.
Okay.
It's more about like grouping them together and having the crystal lattice be infected by the same strain. And so that when they're separated, those strains can, talk to each other. They're basically connected quantumly.
Ooh, okay.
It's a sort of quantum entanglement. This is also why I'm not allowing magic for this. It's very technically in my lore, it is not magic.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, then we have those. So, from our mining operation the last quarter, did we gather anything? How do we decide that?
Let's do it the same way as the money crops. Because the easiest way is always the best way forward. So mining, let's see. You guys put 10, so you would get 10 plus a D10. You put 40. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. The mining we had 30 might and 10 intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm basically requiring 25% int and 75% strength. Do I want to be mean? I'm going to be mean. You can only the mining bit.
Because we're looking for crystals and iron, right?
Yeah.
So what would be the mix? I guess.
Yeah. The mix. Okay, I'll allow you to put.
Is it like iron is the might and intelligence?
Yeah, we'll say this, which is the minimum is 1 to 3 int to strength, which makes sense. And then in terms of materials gathered, you would just roll the intellect, and then for the ores you would just get the strength plus a roll of the strength.
So crystals is, I'm gonna have to write that down here.
God, that sounds too complicated. No, we'll just do the same. It'll be the same. It'll always be the same equation. So for the int, I do like the 1 to 3. I want to keep that. But for the int, it'll be 10 plus a d10 because you guys put 10. And then for the strength, it'll be 30 plus a d30.
And then 30 plus a d30 for the might.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how I can. I'm gonna roll for the crystals with the int.
Okay.
All right. It's 16 in total. 10 plus 6.
So 16 units of crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what's a d30?
You
Is
have
that just like a d10 and a d20 combined?
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way.
Okay.
A d10 plus a d20 minus 1.
Minus 1? Okay.
Minus 1, yeah.
On each or just on one of the
total.
rolls? On the total, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where my d10s are. Pedro, d10 handy.
You mean to roll a d10? I can do that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have. That's a 1.
All right, well, that's the 1 on d10 and 15 on the d20. So 16 plus 30, so 46 units of... Are we going to say it's just flat iron, or... For now, I think that's all we've found?
Yeah.
Okay. And we have no idea how much this might be used for, seeing as we don't really have any knowledge of that.
I mean, iron's fairly... I'm talking about my butt. I don't know how easy.
Because all I'm saying is, like, okay, we have 1 unit of crystal. Like, is that like 1 point in the lattice network? So, like, we have like 16 points in the lattice network since we have 16 units.
I'd say 16 units is like at least, 100 and maybe that's a lot. Maybe like 16 people's worth. Yeah, it's like 16 gems or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Enough for us, the big people, the leaders, and a few of our close pals to communicate for now.
And then, so the same thing would be done for the iron ingots, I guess. So it'd be like 46 iron ingots.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Like, use a
exactly what I'm
torch.
looking up right now. I'm like, oh, how easy is iron to work with? And the answer is it's pretty easy to work with. Like, there's a lot of raw iron stuff, and to make iron a little bit stronger, you can just throw slag in with the iron. And that makes it like very workable and very durable. So you guys already, I think, with just iron would have access to quite a bit.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure, like, iron ingots. All right, cool. So we have that. So I guess if the next fast time thing, Peter did want to focus on the training.
Yeah, I mean that's just like the given, and then obviously the hunting and gathering I think is half of our population, and
So you guys
whatever
would need
else
to
is
have
needed, just like I'll
your
throw
populations.
people at it if there's anything else that needs.
So I think I'm going to do the same thing as last time, the hunting and gathering. I'm going to put 75 might, 75 speed, and 100 intellect. Get a half of my population with foods gathered. And then I guess the same thing for the military, the training. I'll get that out of the way immediately. And you said we need to tend the agricultural crops each time, right? Like each quarter, they have to be tended to?
Yep.
Okay, so immediately that also adds the agriculture and the money crops as well. So agriculture, we were saying, is a 50 mix of at least 2 stats. And
Yep.
So from that, I can still put 25 of my speed into that. And it also wants to then join in to make that last 50, last 25 for the 50 total.
And what is this specifically for?
Agriculture, the crops.
Okay.
Yeah, like the food crops kind of thing, rather than the money crops.
Yeah, let me just calculate here what I'll have left.
After everything, I like the hunting and gathering and the -4 the intelligence for the school that I did last year. I only have 90 might and 5 speed, 5 N, so I'm pretty limited in what I can do. But I can send some people for the agriculture, I think, if I can send might.
Yeah, I used speed, so it just needs to be either intellect or might.
How much was it, 10?
It has to be 25 total.
25.
But you and Peter can do a mix as well.
Yeah, don't forget you have to do your hunter gathering there.
No, that's why I did that first, and I am done limited like crazy.
Yeah, I'll put the 25 for. I can put speed.
Well, if you put speed, I'll put something else, which is fine.
Oh, okay. No, I mean I still I can put intellect. That's fine.
Okay.
So that's 25.
That works too.
Agriculture. And after the session, Simon, can you send me like your notes from the last few sessions with all these calculations and stuff? Just I'm thinking of putting together a spreadsheet. Maybe it might be easier to so we could see over the course of our like years and quarters what we've been spending.
No problem.
Yeah, I have that too. I should have sent that to you guys. Hold on.
Also, for the Merchants Guild, can it be paid with might, or is it just
the Merchant Guild is recurring cost of 20 of each stat.
Oh, it's 20 of each. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shit. I guess I'm not gonna be part of this quarter. Or is it? Oh wait, was this the one that we can pay together? Is that why?
I mean, we can technically pay all of them together.
Okay.
The only one that we couldn't technically was the hunting and gathering.
Gotcha.
Because we each needed to put in half of our population to be able to gather for our whole population.
Okay, then for the guild, I can do 20 might. And then there would just have to be speed and int, if you guys have.
Sure. So you said you want to do might?
Yeah.
All right. Peter, which would you prefer to do? Speed or intellect?
I only have 5 intellect left.
Okay, then I can do intellect if you want to use speed.
Sure.
All right. We also need to do the money crops if you want to continue using those for this quarter. If not, we can put that aside. It was 20 mix of at least 2 stats.
I can do 20 might again if someone else.
It is only well. I mean, if we put it more than 20, like 20 or more, we just increase our yield.
Mm-hmm.
But that depends on because then are you continuing to put your 40 int into education?
Yeah, I already calculated that.
Okay.
So I only have 5 int left. That's why I'm using whatever might I have left, pretty much.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put education.
So I'll do 20 for that, for the crop.
So education technically is not a recurring cost of 40. It's just put in whoever you want and they will become skilled.
At the end of the year, so it is a recurring cost if you want them the whole year.
No, what I'm saying is like it's not like you're maintaining an educational system. You're just putting people in to be educated.
Yeah, but they still have to be there for a year, he's saying, in order.
Yeah, no, I know, but like you can add in more people as well. Just like have to keep track of like if you put in 20 more in the second quarter, you need to make sure those 20 continue on for another quarter.
Yeah.
So it's just 1 full year equals skilled, and it was 10 years for what?
To be specialized.
Oh, specialized.
To be experts. Same thing for like I think in terms of education, it's int only, right? And then you get an int bonus. Soldiers is strength only. You get a strength bonus.
And you guys don't work in there.
For the soldiers, well, I put any actually. So you know what? I guess soldiers is any. I should come up with a strength only one.
Okay, so education is intellect only.
Oh yeah.
All right. So for now, we have the money crops. You said that you were going to put 20 might, Dana?
Yes, 20 might.
Okay. Peter, what are you currently sitting at? You're doing the hunting gathering, the military. You have in agriculture.
Yeah, I have 50. Yeah. I have 51 units left.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do with those 50?
Most of it is in might. There's 5 in intellect, so it might be a little bit limited, but there's nothing in particular that I would want, I don't think. You were saying how the zip lines are going to eventually kind of like, we're going to have to find something to replace them with.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way we can like upkeep them for now? Like we do have some spiders. Does their silk work for this, or is it
so the Ottomans had magical silk that they would like enchant and stuff, and that's what let like Helga do the sledding on them, right? Like the sliding motion.
Okay.
So as those enchantments wear off and the silk frays, like you could potentially keep the line intact, but I'll say that you can't use them as zip lines anymore.
Right. Okay. Was it only the Ottomans working on that, or did we have like a sprinkling of like other people who might have known how that magic worked?
It was a unique to the Ottomans. I'm saying
Okay.
it's a feature, a race trait, racial trait.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just like do some like R&D, like try and find like an alternate material we can use for zip lining, and maybe we can do some like, I don't know, look through the forest. Maybe there's just magical vines we could use instead or something.
Do you want to send a scout party?
Yeah.
How many people do you want to send?
Is there a minimum or?
No.
I'll send like 20 people out.
Sure.
Okay.
Which stat? Which stat?
Can I mix, or is it just? I could do all might. I don't know how that useful that's going to be, or I can do like 15 might, 5 intellect, or if somebody else has any leftovers. But I think
that's it. I can send another like 20 might for this. I don't have other stats, but
yeah, because I don't mind. I'll just send the 20. I'll do 15 and 5 if that's okay.
Sure. So you guys are sending 40 total?
Well, I don't know, Dan. Was there other stuff you wanted to
20.
do? You don't have to send 20. If you don't want to.
Well, I don't think I have anything else unless I don't know. We have any other costs?
Okay. Yeah. So 40 in total.
Okay.
So you said it has to be mixed. You can't just be one.
It could be just one. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll put any. Okay, so we have hunting and gathering, 750 between you guys. 200 for...
Well, technically it's not exactly 750 because it's just half of our populations, right? So because Diana's population was like severely affected by the Ottomans leaving, it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the total then?
Well, 250 for me, I believe. I think it was
200 from me.
200 for Diana. So that's 450. And then
the exact amount. Mine was.
how many people did you send out? Pretty much.
Yeah, sorry. Half the pop. This is 200, 391, 441. So 220.
So 670.
220. So yeah, 670 this quarter.
It was the same last time. 670. 67.
I was thinking that, and I'm like, I'm not gonna bring it up. It still got brought up.
67.
I feel like
the 200 soldiers. Sorry.
Like continuously bring down like my full stats for my people, because I keep be like, okay, I have this many people used up this year or this quarter. How many people do I have in total for this? Shit. Okay, wait. So I have 20 left.
Okay, so are we continuing the mining operation?
Well, that's what I wanted to see. Like, I didn't put any in the forge because we were first mining materials. Yep. Now I want to see what do I need to put into the forge to get that working, and then like, can I split it? Like, what's the?
I think the forge, like the mining, is going to be almost like, I don't want to say volunteer basis, but it's, if you want to put people back into the forge, then they'll start forging, and then you'll get out the same calculation of units of iron, like worked iron, as we. Right. So if you put 20, you'll get a d20 plus 20.
Okay. And this worked iron can then be used in to help us like further agriculture, infrastructure, etc.
Yeah,
Like
I would
it's
say
just a resource
you-
will accumulate.
exactly. Are they going to be spears? Or are they going to be, hoes? That's up to you guys.
Okay. In that case, and are you dedicating a specific stat for it, or
I looked at my notes and I didn't dedicate one before.
no?
I put mix here, so that means
I
at
said,
least
yeah, blacksmithing have a mix of might or speed.
that makes sense to me. You could put intellect if you wanted to. I just put mix. So
Okay, so just mix. So of any two.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I'm going to continue the Weavers Guild with 10 speed, just to keep people clothed.
alrighty.
Because you're saying 10 is all you need to keep everyone clothed. So
Yep.
I'm going to do that. So I have 70 lots of speed.
The loincloth maintenance crew.
Look, for now, it's just for those who want. I guess if other people are a bit more free, they're welcome to do so.
Wilga visits like 3 times a week.
She needs extra.
Through them fast.
They keep ripping on the branches.
Okay, so right now we have 20 might over underseers for the money crop. That's good.
I want my unclad breasts to distract the warriors.
She's so thoughtful.
It's true.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. I'm assuming we will need more crystals. So, does anyone have any? So wait, the crystals themselves, like the mining. We were saying it's a mix of intellect and strength. Cannot be speed.
Intellect and strength cannot be speed. Ratio 1-3.
Okay. So does anyone have any might they can potentially lend to the mining operation?
Yeah, I've got 31 that I can part ways with.
Okay. You want to do like I give 10, you give 20?
Sure.
Okay, cool. 10 might. Mission and 20 might. Take a out.
The total 40 again.
Then yeah, I was going to give the other 10 intellect.
Okay, so we still have. Do we want education, merchants, agriculture, and money crop?
So the money crop was already handled.
Yeah,
20 might from the underseers.
Okay.
Yep. Also for the that I sent to school from intellect.
you're the whole school system is depending on you. Got it.
Yeah, so far I'm holding it on.
And the commercial trading goods, it's 20 from each stat. This time we have 20 speed from Decafouts, 20 might from the Underseers, and 20 intellect from the Phoenicians. So the mercantile guild is still going strong.
Okay.
So that means
So agriculture.
ten. Left there. Okay. Then I guess for blacksmithing, I'll put in some speed and my last 10 might.
Do you need more for that? Because I still have 11 might that I can use.
Well, I mean, it's the blacksmithing, as Brent was saying, it's the agriculture formula of whatever we put in will be then base unit plus that D10 units of usable resource.
Okay.
However, we only have 46 units anyways.
Okay, I see.
So we can't use more than we have currently.
All right.
So
sorry, you did. How many did you do, Simon, in the Blacksmiths Guild?
So, well, the way I'm thinking is that we only have 46 iron ingots. So we can't technically produce more worked iron than the 46 units that we currently have on hand.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, there's not much point in putting more than 30 people onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And giving us a chance of kind of using up all that 46 and potentially even more. So if Peter gives 10 might, I'll give 20 speed for that 30 total people.
Okay.
So 10 might about plus 20 speed.
Sweet. I've got one guy who's just taken 3 months off.
It can whatchamacallit, rotate.
Yeah.
Might literally be the same dude each time.
You want to roll me? Can you roll me D20 real quick?
Sure. 12.
Yeah, it's Kalen.
It's Kalen, okay. He deserves it.
Do you think Tomas would inquire with Kalen as to why he's taking some time off?
No, I don't think he would even really notice.
Okay.
He just thinks he's always working hard,
Okay. Do we got everything else that we want to do this quarter?
I want to double check agriculture. You guys kept it at 50?
Yes. 25 speed Phoenicians, 25 intellect deck votes.
Okay. Right, that's a lot. So let's add this up just to make sure. 50 plus 30 is 80, plus 60 is 120, plus 40 is 160, plus 20 is 180, plus 40 is 220, plus 10 is 230, plus 40 is 270, plus 50 is...
Actually, while we're doing that in math, should we take a little bio break?
570. Let's 570 plus 670.
It's
you guys have 140.
1240, I believe.
Yeah. Well, if 670 is half, so 570 plus 670, you have 100 between y'all's. So do you want to use that 100 for something? Who has people left? That's my question. The deck of has only one person left.
Well, yeah, no, I have 30 might, 5 speed, 5 int. The reason why I kept them is in case I do roll a 1 somehow, and I only heal 100, I'm like, maybe I should just have a sprinkle just in case.
Yeah, I mean, fully up to you guys. You can also, before this quarter is done, choose to do a healing and overspend resources.
Yeah, for me, I was going to do that in like the last quarter, but to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay for now. I think I'm just going to stick with 1 heal per quarter.
Yeah.
Learning experience, let's keep it as...
See how it goes the first year.
Yeah. Well, technically...
Aye, captains. Sorry, I just want to see what her name is. Okay.
It's all good. I can go... Because I didn't go to the bathroom quickly, so I asked for the bio break, but...
Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's do that bio break, and when we come back, we'll start tackling the next quarter.
Alrighty.
Thanks. Because,
We'll be right back.